Okay guys, welcome to our today's session. I'll be taking you through MLA style of writing. Simply guys, you should be keen on this so that we get to grasp every aspect of the same. So guys, MLA is a modern language association style which requires students to follow a certain setup for writing their documents. For instance, MLA has the following key features which I'm just going to highlight them through as we go through our documents. So thank you for joining me today's session. So kindly pay close attention so that we proceed harmoniously. First of all, MLA has a margin setup which is normal. It has Times New Romans and then double spaced. Of course, 12 font. So we also have a cover page which has a running head, which has a number, a student detail, and then title of the paper with each word capitalized. The body section of the MLA style has different indenting. Then it also has a different intake citations. It has different heading setups. And then it also has a conclusion and finally a works cited section, which of course should be properly referenced. So guys, now let's proceed to a sample paper. We want to format it using our modern language association style, which is MLA. So here is our language, here is our paper. Then the question is stipulating that describe the steps that should be followed in establishing a salary system in an organization. And the impact of having such system in the organization. So first of all, let's cover the first part of our question, which is until the organization. So while describing the steps that should be followed in establishing a salary system in an organization, and you realize that you have been given a modern language association style, which is MLA. So we copy our topic, and then we open our new document, we paste it here. So guys, this is our new document. So we want to now format this paper using our modern language association. So the first thing is that you are certain that your page margin, before you do anything, you ensure that your page margin are normal. So you come here to the layout, page layout, then you check to the margin. Hope you following me closely. Then you ensure that it is at the normal. When it's normal, you see now everything is marginated at the 1 inch from the page number, from the end of the page. So you are certain that you are using the 12 Times Roman, Times New Roman, which is of course there. Then you ensure that you have selected Times New Roman. You also select here 12. Then we want to now double space our document. So you come to this, you click here, and then you see a catalog box whereby you drop down and then you select line spacing. You are certain that it is double. Just other one, you let them be. You are certain it's double. Then you check this box here. Don't add space between paragraph of the same style. So here you ensure that you have checked that box so that you are not adding any other style or any other spaces between your document. Okay. Then here our page is now set up completely, so we can write our topic here, which was describe the step that should be followed in establishing a salary system in an organization. After writing our topic, guys, we proceed to the next section, which is answering the question. But before doing that, you ensure that you have formatted your cover page properly. So to format your cover page, you double click here on top here. Okay, you double click here. Let's remove that so that it doesn't look malicious. Double click here, then you insert a page number. A page number will be at the top of the paper and then at the right hand side. Then you select the third one. Then considering that your MLA has different formatting with the previous APA, so you write here surname, because now the header should depict a surname of the student. So by writing a surname, you have completed the MLA process. Then you double click here so to ascertain that a document is okay. So you see that surname is a running head which will appear in every single document. Then we have student's details. Here you write student's name, you write lecturer's name, or professor's name. We write here institution, institution affiliation, and then we write date. As a freelancer, you should be keen on this information. Then we proceed to our next section, which will be now our topic. Then you paste our topic down here. So with our topic, you don't need to bold it, so you can unbold it. It should be that way. Then you are certain that you have capitalized each and every word of your topic. So to do that, you can highlight your topic, then you capitalize each word. That is it. But there are words which doesn't really have to be capitalized, like in, on. I'll show you guys such words when we come across them. In, such words like in and the connectors, guys, you don't have to bold them, but all other words you should bold them. So these are documents. Then you align it at the center because it's a topic. So that is it. So we proceed now answering our question, which are the steps. So by doing that, guys, you have formatted your paper using MLS style. This is the first step of MLS style. You can double click here again, then you highlight on our header, then you can make it also appear in uniformity with the whole document. So you make it Times New Roman, then double space, 12. Yeah, so that is it, guys. So here we have done our first step. That's the most crucial step, because the way your paper will appear will determine the style that you have used in your document. So ascertain that your paper is appearing using MLS style. So we proceed to the next section, which will be answering the question. Like this question, we already did it. So we have here information, establishing, okay, like, so this is the first step. This is it. So you can copy it to that section. Then you move to navigate to our document. You bring information here. So you ensure that you are following key. So on the aspect of heading, this is like a heading for a section. So you ensure that you have bolded it so to look different from the others. So you indent a paragraph. On the aspect of paragraphing using MLA, you just click here and then you click the tab button. So you have indented a paragraph. So this paragraph is not complete using MLS style. However, the aspect of referencing, which I'm just going to show you briefly. So we can search, you can do a search here. That is a Google Scholar. You can use a Google Scholar because that is what we usually use to optimize our search engine. So we are here. So you see, guys, documents appearing correctly. When you feel like navigating to the second paragraph, you just click. When you click, you enter. So the document is already indented. If it is not indented, you can do it manually. So for example, our second step is step two. So like step 2, you can proceed with it, let's say something like that. Then you bold it, then you proceed, you drop it. So you indent it, you just click the tab, then you start now giving information about this step. This step, you did something like that, but you ensure that beside the topic, the other aspect, like the paragraphing, is not in bold, because now you are giving information. It should only be the topic that should be in bold setup. So guys, we proceed to our Google Scholar, whereby you can do a search to certain our references. Sorry for that. Okay, to ascertain our references. After copying a list of information, guys, we want to extract from the Google Scholar, like the employer, for instance, police ensure. You copy something like this. You take information, then you navigate to the Google Scholar, whereby you can add the information here, then you proceed with the search, because we want to illustrate someone that talked about this aspect. So guys, you begin. Okay, you just proceed to the next session, that is. Okay guys, you proceed to the next session. Scholar, you navigate to the Google Scholar, whereby you have steps involved. You can indicate here topic steps, like so. Okay, having this information, this guy talk about vital aspect of step for formulating policies, and so you can choose the most recent since 2016. Okay, by clicking just there, then we have this guy that talk about several aspects on the same. Okay, for example, let's take this one. Then you click on the quotes so that you get a referencing. So you choose MLS sources because we're going to reference them. Then you navigate back to a document, which is here. So you move to the reference section of our document. Okay, in our reference section now, only because this is MLA, we don't write the reference, but we write work cited. You ensure that you have capitalized each word from these two, so that you be on the safer side, and you align your information at the center. So guys, this is it. So information that we have extracted from the Google Scholar, you can paste them here. Okay, then I want to show you guys how to add this information in a specific manner such that they appear in an MLA format. So you click on this aspect in this box, then you see a catalog box that will bring brought out here. Then you click here on line spacing, then you choose double, then you are certain leave alone double, then you are certain here it's hanging, so then you click OK. So this is a document is appearing on an MLA style. So you just do that for the respective consecutive sources that you have used. And then let's say this guy Pascal and Simon, they talked about the aspect of steps in formulating policy. So to cite these guys, you just take the first name that is there in Simon, then the year of publication, that is 2016. So here let's say they talked about some aspect of salary scheme, so you can add the what was, you remember who you talked about, that it was Day, sorry, Day and Simon, and then that the year was 2016. So guys, that is a complete MLS style. We have an in-text citation, we have a reference at the back of the paper, and we have a running head here proceeding to every stage of the paper. So taking a look at it, the supervisor will just know that you have used a MLS style. So guys, you should be keen on analyzing each and every aspect of the topic, because now once you copy paste from the internet, you have times in whereby you might end up being penalized because you have copied exact copy of the document. So guys, be keen. I would like you to subscribe to our channel so that the subsequent sessions will be sent to directly. Okay, and then you can like guys, and then hit that bell at the top of the paper, so at the top of the channel, so that you get notified upon the submission of another video. Thank you guys. Stay safe, sanitize, stay safe, and be okay. You just proceed to the next session. That